Good afternoon. It's Monday, March 16th, 2026, and today we had an up day. Um, this spike at the end of the day created a tail on the daily chart, so you can see that right there. So, uh, you know, I view that as a failed break out of this bear channel that we're in right now. So, let's see. So, yeah, we're in a bear channel. We are at support. We'll just have to wait a few days to see what happens. But um, let's zoom in on this. So I think this is yesterday. Yesterday. So this is like Sunday. Sunday's price action. You're typically going to get a bear breakout of a bull channel. This is a wedge, so it is a bull channel as we have higher lows. And you get this failed break higher, and then you get a break lower. It comes back, tests the high of the wedge, and then we get a more lengthy in time bear breakout. But then early this morning, around 3:15, it reverses. And we get this bull channel. So you do get a pullback and a nice strong bull bar right here. And I would look at this as one leg and then some sideways, like chopping downward, and then a second leg. So I like that, at least to test the highs. And then you get this pullback. Let's zoom in a little to see if so the bodies don't overlap. So that's a sign of bull strength. And we go higher, and then we go sideways because we hit the top of the channel. Get another leg up before the break. And you get some sideways stuff, so I don't think you want to hop in on this, but I think it's reasonable to enter here with a limit order. If you can stomach a stop that goes down here and it breaks higher, get a nice move there. Can you take this? I mean, I think it's reasonable. It might be a little risky, but this does look like one leg up. You know, it's a 5-bar bull micro channel. So this is the first break lower. Reasonable to expect a second leg up, and then you get this pullback. I think again this is a little reasonable. You know, it's near the EMA. It looks like 2 legs back, and now we have you know, we're kind of moving sideways here. So what are the signs? Well, let's see. We broke out above this high over here, and we didn't really get any test of that. So still bull strength. So yeah, that further reinforces the argument for going long here. But when we break above this high, you can see the gap is pretty much immediately closed. So this is when you want to start to be careful. Then you get this huge bull bar, probably the nicest bull bar since these over here. So that might be a buy climax. So this might be a good trade to take. That's you could argue that's well, it's really just like a breakout pullback and a lower high. But because we now pretty much have confirmation that this is a buy climax, maybe you consider that, because if you get lucky, it could be the high of the day. And it doesn't turn out to be the high of the day. And that might be one you want to scout because it's the first time, I think. Oh, no, okay. No, we did have some movement below the some gaps below the EMA, but you know, this isn't too convincing that we're turning over just yet. So you do get this lower high, you get the failure. That's too far from the EMA for me, and also it's probably going into the bottom of the channel. We go sideways, sell off, pop. You know, this might be one you want to buy if you're liking going long, because you could probably argue that this is the bear channel. Now we have a move to a new low, plenty of room back to the EMA, and now you've closed the gap below This bar, let me explain that. So when prices broke below this bar, they're trying to hold below the close of this bar. This this bar opened right at that same level, and this bar closed right at that same level. So you could argue, okay, the bulls are showing some strength. When prices broke below this close, we immediately got a close above that. So you could look at all that and think that the bulls have sufficient strength to get it back to the EMA, and you get a nice move out of that. And we pull back, you get a second leg up, and here again you get a higher low. Uh, if you don't pull the trigger there, then I like pulling the trigger here. Higher close. If it ticks higher, boom, you get that second leg. And then we get two legs back. So this is a much better place to consider reversals. So, you could argue for thing is you want to be going for a large profit. So here you get if you're or you can just go for two legs. So if you take this or even this, you're just looking for that second leg. So when we go sideways here, maybe you just take profits, and that can be a very, very good move. That could be you could get 30 points out of that, and you get a leg up, second leg up, and then boom, third leg up. And so I think it's reasonable. People sold this. That's like a parabolic sell climb or buy climax. One push up, two push up, three push up, third being the strongest. So it wouldn't surprise me if there was more selling, and that's how prices are opening right now. So anyway, I'll be back tomorrow.